Hi, I'm Chris Pritchard and I'm the Director of Search Healthcare, and I'm making this video today to talk to limited company contractors who provide their services as a nurse or a support worker or healthcare professional via their own limited company. You may be aware that some tax legislation was due to take effect in April 2020. However, it has been deferred until April 2021, and I wanted to talk to you to remind you about what those changes are that will still be coming into effect in April 2021, the reason for them coming into effect, what they mean, and essentially what your options might well be. So what is IR35? Well, the UK's tax authority, HMRC, are making legislative changes targeted at those like you who provide their services via their own limited company or personal service company. So they believe that for tax purposes, many of these individuals act as employees, or as HMRC would describe it, disguised employees. And these changes are to ensure that those disguised employees are taxed exactly the same way as any other employee. HMRC have been very, very clear that they believe that most healthcare professionals providing their services through a limited company do fall into this category. And as a result, so when these changes take effect from April 2021, it's highly likely that your take-home pay will be reduced as you will be paying additional tax and national insurance contributions. So if you're deemed to be caught by IR35 or inside IR35, you will be considered as an employee and will be taxed accordingly. Conversely, if you are considered to be outside IR35, then you're deemed to be self-employed and payments will be made to your limited company without tax and national insurance deductions. And up until now, Search has paid all limited company workers working in the private sector earnings without tax and national insurance deductions. The legislation change is essentially to do with who's obliged to make these deductions and from work deemed inside IR35. So responsibility for determining whether the work that you're carrying out is inside or outside IR35 has up until now sat with you as the contractor. But from April 2021, responsibility will lie with Search's end client, who will make every effort to ensure they make the right legal determination. And the end client will make this determination based on a number of factors, such as, does the end client have control over what work you do, how you do it, when you do it, and where you do it? And if yes, then you're probably inside IR35. Do you have the right to organise for someone else to carry out the work, to be paid by your limited company if you're unavailable? Well, if no, then you're probably inside IR35. And do you receive pay for your work, even if that work falls short of expected standards? Well, if yes, then you're probably inside IR35. So what are your options? Well, the first thing to say is that the impact of the changes is not unique to Search. The impact will be seen for all recruitment companies and all limited companies who provide their services as healthcare professionals. And any recruitment company that tells you different either potentially doesn't understand the legislation or intends to operate in a potentially non-compliant fashion. So your options, okay? So the first option is to continue to trade as your own limited company, and your recruitment company will ensure that they deduct the correct levels of tax and national insurance. Keeping your limited company going might be worthwhile if you choose to accept work that is deemed outside IR35. However, you won't be entitled to receive such benefits as pension contributions, as you will be continued to be employed by your limited company and not Search. You may decide to become a temporary worker known at Search as an associate. And as an associate, you'll be entitled to benefits such as pension contributions and statutory sick pay. And as an associate, of course, the tax and NI deductions will be made as normal. But as a result of the changes, you may seek permanent employment. As such, we'd recommend you speak to a permanent recruitment consultant who'll take time to formulate your CV and discuss your long-term career options with you and the UK's leading healthcare providers. In the next few months, you might be approached by umbrella companies who were set up to manage payments for contractors. And at Search, we work in partnership with a number of umbrella companies who've been through our rigorous due diligence process. But please exercise some caution in choosing your umbrella company, as there are a number of companies in the market who will potentially offer you some illegal options to try to reduce the amount of tax that you pay. Either way, the umbrella option is likely to cost you up to £25 a week to process your pay, and it may not be appropriate to some clients anyway for VAT reasons, actually limiting the amount of work that you can take on But if it's still something that you want to consider, please discuss it with your consultant, which clients you can work with and which you can't. So what is going to happen next? Well, the first thing I want to say is don't panic. Start giving some consideration to the options that we've given you. At Search, we're highly experienced in IR35, having supported many of our employees through exactly the same changes in the public sector in 2017. Now, we're going to be in touch again when there's further information that we need to share with you, but I do recommend that you discuss the contents of this video with the accountant that helps you with your limited company. We'd also like you to complete a short survey. Now, it's important that we know that you've watched and understood this video. It will take 2 minutes to complete, and it will also help us to help our clients understand how you currently feel about the changes in IR35 and how it might affect your approach and everyone's approach to taking temporary and contract work moving forward, and what effect that will have on their businesses. Finally, if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to contact any of our teams across the UK. They're all well versed in the changes that are coming up within IR35. Okay, and I want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful and that you are ready for the impact and the changes that IR35 is going to bring in April 2021. In the meantime, again, thank you for watching and all the best, and hopefully we'll speak to you soon. Thanks, bye-bye.